It's amazing that village has lasted so long.
It is.
Interview me, please, I'm the expert.
Not him again.
Quick, like it.
With a school is introduce the school to the Smart Money Credit Union, which is a credit union that's run, well, it's based in Caerphilly, their offices are in Caerphilly, and we're keen to get the children into a savings mode for now and when they're older. What I'll do is I'll contact the credit union, I'll go out there with some of their staff, and we try and encourage the children to open Smart Money Credit Union accounts, which they can put X amount of money in a week. They don't have to put money in every week. Sometimes in the social inclusion clauses, we've been able to give the children a small deposit when they open up the account, or if they don't have it when they open up the account, it's once they reach a target. So say maybe once they've saved £10, we'll give them an additional £2 or £3. We've done different things for different projects. The Smart Money Credit Union, when they open up an account, the children get a lovely little welcome pack, which includes a piggy bank and some literature and a lovely little backpack.
And going forward.
Right, the challenges that we face is that not all schools are keen to have the credit union within the school, and I think that's something we need to focus on and encourage, because obviously we're trying to stop tenants, children, customers taking loans out with these loan sharks that are, you know, very high profile out there at the moment. Once anybody has got a credit union account, they can apply for a loan. You know, there's lots of finer details which I could discuss with you at another time. But like I said, I think the thing that we need to do is really selling.
United Welsh provide opportunities to first-time buyers who cannot afford to buy a property outright, cannot get onto the property ladder, by offering properties for sale on a shared equity basis. They have the option to purchase from as little as 50% up to a maximum of 90% of the property's full open market value. Our schemes make purchasing a property more affordable to young first-time buyers who otherwise couldn't get onto the property ladder, and this forms part of the United Welsh corporate strategy. United Welsh administers the Mortgage Rescue Scheme, and we help people who are in financial difficulty or are at threat of losing their home. This is a very successful scheme. We've received in excess of approximately 65 applications to date, and we've managed to help approximately 20 families and further assessing another 20 application forms to date.
What is a sustainable community? I took the liberty of checking with the fountain of all accurate knowledge, which is Wikipedia.
Yeah.
And it says a sustainable community is a community that is planned, built or modified to promote sustainable living. And if we consider what United Welsh and the development team are doing in particular, then I think there's several areas that we fit into on that front and within that definition. And it's not just about building homes for me and managing them, it's what we're doing during those processes and what we're doing afterwards. And I think we're doing a hell of a lot really to embrace the notion of sustainable communities and sustainability generally. And it's here at United Welsh, I think what we're doing is leading in this field. We're taking the bull by the horns and actually doing what we say we're going to be doing. I think we're in the realms of having upwards of somewhere between 60 and 70 trainees across our building sites now. Other challenges, grant funding, where will that go in the next 2 or 3 years, who knows, but I think United Welsh is very well placed to adapt to a changing environment, having shown that it's willing and able to take forward schemes and projects that are very different to the run-of-the-mill projects that other RSLs take. As part of the work that we're doing to ensure that the new houses that we build are green and sustainable, we strive to ensure that renewable energy remains very much part of the focus. But we don't only just leave it there. Whilst we're putting green bling on our new dwellings. We're putting solar panels on roofs, we're putting air source heat pumps into properties and all other sorts of renewable technologies. We're working very, very closely with UIC in Cardiff to ensure that the actual technologies that we're actually installing into these properties are working for the people that matter. That's our tenants. They're there to try and reduce running costs, they're there to try and reduce the carbon footprint, and we're actually involved in a project over the next 12 months to assess whether this is actually happening. And I think that's the strength of the United Welsh team, that we don't just do things and leave it at that, we actually do things and make sure that they're working for our tenants.
The United Welsh is doing shed loads.
I feel so much better, thanks.
Oh, please, 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 please interview me, please.
Stop it! Now be honest, you don't know the first thing about sustainability or communities, do you?
No, I was just thinking to be popular.
For shame.
You've not only let yourself down, but you've let us and everyone else down. What do you say?
Sorry.
Pardon?
Sorry.
To be honest, we're more disappointed than angry.
Sustainability, I decided to look up a definition to try and remind myself what it's all about, and sustainability is the capacity to endure. So looking at that, thinking what does Living Plus do to help people endure? And the two new housing repair schemes clearly come to mind straight away, because what they do in effect is create the ability for people to stay independent and to endure whatever comes their way in older age, and wherever possible have it met at a local community base rather than being taken into hospitals and residential care schemes all over the country. Living Plus as a logo is about independence, or 4 strap lines of independence, peace of mind, company and security. And when you think of that, if you've got all those, it does help endure. The projects are very much meant to be a community-based project. They're not just a building for the people living in them, they are about the community. They're ways in which the community can come in to the community and people within the community can go out to the community, and that's what it's all about really. It is no longer just housing for housing's sake. We are providing community resources now. Within it, yes, there's people with independent living opportunities and all the care and support and physical and emotional needs to come with it, but it is a community resource, and the benefits it can bring the community can be manifold from all ages, and there's a lot being done to work with local schools, local history clubs, keep people active mentally and emotionally, all should lead to greater independence, and hopefully somebody can live there for the rest of their life and never need to go anywhere else. Somebody once said to me, a much wiser person than me, that people need 3 things in life. They need somewhere to live, something to do and someone to love. Now we can provide somewhere to live, we can provide where possible something to do, but as far as something to love is concerned, I ain't got enough love to go around.
All in all, I've learnt loads.
That's the United Welsh style.
And look where we've ended up.
Cup of tea?
Yeah.